Veil with Adina. I am Adina, and you guys are now beyond the veil with me. Happy Wednesday. Happy day of Mercury. Is it Wednesday? Yes, it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy day of Mercury to all of you. I am Adina, your hostess with the mostest here on this platform, as well as your resident medium, oracle, necromancer, priestess, wise woman, woo lady, all of those things. And I do all of those things on this channel. So if that is not your type of thing, I understand. I invite you to leave in peace. And if that is your kind of thing, I invite you to stay right here. And to all of my regular viewers, subscribers, Busset babies, OG viewers, bush watchers, casual viewers, and all of those things in between. Happy Wednesday, happy day of Mercury to all of you. Hello, JD. Hello, Leo. Hello, Mama Fakit. How's everybody doing this Wednesday? Thank you, JD, for refreshing all day so that YouTube does not play on your top and my top. Hey, Angel. You know what, Angel? I'm glad that you feel that way because I really did not know what I was going to talk about today. And as I was in the shower like 30 minutes ago, I was asking my spirits, what the fuck am I going to talk about today? Ooh, I was supposed to say that soon. Sorry, YouTube. What in the fudge am I going to talk about this evening? I don't know, but I know I have to say something before my inner courts live tonight. And as I was scrub-a-dub-dubbing, the name Hillary Rodham, hey Erica, the name Hillary Rodham, not Rodham like we would say, but Rodham is how it came up in my mind, Clinton. And I said, why? She just did her deposition and it turned out exactly how I hope all of you knew it would. A bunch of waste of time, but at least they're on the record addressing it so they can say that they did and nothing came of it. And so I thought, well, Spirit, that's already passed. Why? And I said, but you know what, Spirit? I think that my subscribers would actually like to talk about something more entertaining. And I heard in my mind, Hillary Rodham Clinton. And I said, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to my spirits. I'm going to read Hillary. Don't know what I'm going to see when I get in there because I'm not looking for anything in particular. And then afterwards, I'll let you guys put a Let's Chat suggestion in there, and I'll only pick one, so make it good. So let's just go ahead and begin. All right, let me cleanse my hands. Hello to everyone joining me. Welcome to Beyond the Veil with Adina. I am Adina, your resident hostess with the mostest, your resident medium, necromancer, woo lady, wise woman, oracle, priestess, prophetess, and all of the things in between. And if that is not your thing, go ahead and two-step and boogie your way on out. But if you're a little bit curious or kind to people like me, have a seat. So there are many things many places that I could begin on Hillary because based on my public and my spiritual knowledge about her or opinion about her, oh, this could go so many ways. And again, I could see if my spirits told me to do this before she did her addressing of the Epstein files, but afterwards, I was like, why? But they said, do it. So here we are. I'm actually going to start with an oracle card. I used to do this when I would read people just because they popped up in my mind because I like to see what message the divine has for them. Not saying that they would ever see it, but as if they would. I also want to do a cheers to you all. It says that there's 63 people here watching me. Thank you to YouTube and my road opener slash blockbuster ceremony that I did last Monday. Because she's back. So cheers to YouTube and cheers to the woo lady. Oh, what I'm drinking? Oh, this just a little Hennessy and Saint Germain. Not major, just a little Hennessy and Saint Germain. I would have had some champagne in here, but I didn't feel like popping the bottle that I have. So I'm going to pull an oracle and see what the divine might have to say. Thank you, Tiara. I haven't gotten one of those since yesterday. All right. So I don't know if I cleansed my hands, but let me re-cleanse them because it's Hillary, y'all. And they don't telling where she been or what she been doing. So I got to make sure my hands is good and cleansed and anointed. Raha. Because I heard she... over there in Haiti, I heard they... over there in Haiti for a long time. But what do I know? I'm just a girl. I'm just saying, you Haitians, watch yourselves over there. Well, they didn't retire from that. But back then, I can't imagine all the... anyways, the poor little Haitian... but anyways. Most High Mother and Father God, thank you for this Wednesday, this day of Mercury, and thank you for all of these beautiful and people in the chat and watching me. God bless all of them to their highest good, not to their highest desire, but to their highest good. May they be blessed. Spirit, I heard you when you said to read Hillary Rodham Clinton. And so I decided to start with an oracle as if Hillary was here. Spirit, please deliver a message from the oracles for Hillary Rodham Clinton. Big Hillary and not the little one. Angel. That's why I cleanse my hands good. All right, Hillary, this is what the divine has to say to you at this moment for your highest good. Your dreams need a practical plan, but in reverse. So it feels like it's difficult for you to accomplish something or some things at this current time. Maybe some things that you've always been able to do successfully. And this day, this current day, it feels like it's a little challenging for you to do some things. And since this is a full moon in Taurus card, and I believe you are not a Taurus, maybe a Cancer or something, but I believe this has to do with your money. I believe that one of the ways you make money is a little difficult currently. And the divine says it's difficult for a reason. It's on purpose. Be bold and make the first move. But despite the challenges, in my opinion, that you face making your moves, making your money moves, allegedly, you still do it. You still get her done because you are the Hillary goddamn Rodham Clinton. And they ain't never seen a bitch like you since Barbara Bush. I feel like you're well known for getting ish done despite any circumstance. And while I already see in my mind what at least one of those money moves is, and I don't agree with it, this says that you are a getter-doner. Hey, April, I see you crept in and got right to business. Believe in the impossible in reverse. How you seem to pull these moves off, these bold moves, it's almost like you're pulling off the impossible because you kind of are. But it's because you're Hillary goddamn Clinton. And it seems that you're a force to be reckoned with. for the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's time to release negativity. That would be the Epstein files, but it was time to release them. They needed to be dealt with and addressed. The general public needed to feel like they had something to eat for a while. None of you all were unprepared to be brought up to address these things, which is why you and your husband did very nonchalantly and very bold and confidently, because you knew absolutely nothing would happen to you. Cheers. Somebody said, one of my moms said, cheers. Say less. You ain't got to threaten me with a good time. All right, so confidence is your key to success. Right behind, it's time to release negativity in reverse. So like I said, with confidence is your key to success and be bold and make the first move. I bet you told them mother suckers to release them bitches. Matter of fact, 1, 2, 3, release them. Y'all probably bumped that song on the way to the courthouse, you and Bill. I believe y'all did while he scrolled Instagram and liked big booty bitches pictures and the Instagram influencer girls on his way there. And he leaned over and said, hey, Hillary, Hillary, would you say I should double tap that? And she said, let me see. I double tap that. And then they high-fived each other. Called Instagram headquarters and said, hey, this is Bush. I mean, this is Bill. Big Bill, not the little one. Yeah. So there's this influencer profiler. Yeah. The Monica special. Give me access to her DMs. Hillary and I were looking for a little fun. Did you see the way he looked at them pictures when he was supposed to be addressing that serious matters down to the courthouse about the Epstein files? And he took that picture back and said, hold on, bitch, wait. I remember this night. On the stand in front of all y'all screaming for the files. The files, the files. Everybody that's in the files is going down. Bill said, hold on, let me see that one more time. That shit was wild, boy. Hey, look that shit, boy. You see that? I definitely double tapped that. Let me just stop playing. No, I don't know Jeffrey or... I didn't watch it, but I saw comments and commentary about it. And child, I did see him looking and cracking up at that picture like, boy, what a night. Meanwhile, the general public is red-eye, fangs out, salivating and slobbing and snotting like Amy Lucci with the boosie on her nose. Epstein files, get everyone! And then people like, boy, a time was... That's not funny, but they took it that way. Child, but anyways, because you're Big Hillary and not the little one, whatever you do, whatever, in my opinion, one of your ways to make money moves, it's a little difficult in this age and era right now, but you're still getting her done. I believe when Hillary got that summons to come to court, she said, excellent, I ran out of toilet tissue. I feel like they delivered that to her while she was on the toilet, and she was like, great. Finally, some real toilet paper around here. I'm not standing Hillary. I'm just laughing at the idea of it all. Ooh, okay. Let's start clarifying some of these messages, and then I'll just read her down. All right, your dreams need a practical plan in reverse, Hillary. So I think you've run into some hiccups right now with your, in my opinion, import-export business. But that's just my opinion. That's just what I think you're into. You know, some form of import-export. Hey, out there, Brian and Cali. California love. Dun 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 dun. Yes, I still bank head bounce. Dun 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 dun. California, yay. Okay, all right, all right. Spirit, why is your dreams need a practical plan in reverse here for Hillary Rodham Clinton? Brian is having a crush on me. Why is Brian speaking in third person? Why is Brian doing that? It's okay to say I. Are you a computer typing me, Brian? Which is why it's talking in third person. Imagine a bot, a robot having a crush on a real person. Imagine that. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. Your dreams need a practical plan in reverse for Hillary. Why? Why is this here, Spirit? Because that's the first message out to her. Spirit said your problems are because we have made them so. So we know that you can get around their courts, but can you get around ours? You seem to be doing very well, but how can you sustain it? All right, your dreams need a trouble with shipping. Like I said, import, export, shipping, perhaps. Ooh, ooh, who said that? Didn't I say something about that the other week? But we were talking about something else, but I just briefly said, because I didn't want to say, but remember I was talking about the port workers and the strike and the issues with the containers. And I said, now that strike might be for something else. And I said, but in my opinion, there are some concerns with some shipping down at the docks. And in my opinion, they're related to, what did I say? What three letters did I say? HRC. I said that, what was that, 2 weeks ago now? And here we are, Hillary. The spirit said, that was just a little taste, but bring that ass back on in here, girl. Come on now, come on. Thou shalt not escape. Issue with import, export down at the shipping docks, you say? What exactly? Are you known for shipping and in shipping and not shipping? I didn't know that you were in the business of goods. What is it exactly do you do? Oh, you're in import and exporting? What kind of goods do you have? Huh? What? Hillary, where you going? Don't walk off. Because they're not exactly in bed, in my opinion, with Trump anymore. He's not the homie anymore. He doesn't play fair with his old friends anymore. I say Trump because the Lovers is a Gemini rule card. It's a Gemini card, and we know that Trump is a Gemini. They don't have a friend in high places right now, in my opinion. They don't have her and Bill can't look up to the hills from which cometh their help, the Capitol Hill. Because he has other buddies right now that he's loyal to, and he had to drain the swamp. He had to do it. He had to do it. He had to do it to survive himself. What do you expect a man to do? You know how it is in the game that you all like to play, the hunting game. You have to run for your life or else you get hunted. You know all about that. You guys know that. You guys know about hunting prey. Because he had to recently just call you guys up on the stand to testify so that you guys can say, I ain't seen nothing and I don't know nothing. Cross my heart and hope to die. Stick a sword in my eye. I hadn't seen nothing. I don't know nothing over there on that island. I didn't see nothing. I didn't do nothing. Cross my heart, hope to die, stick a sword in my eye. I didn't see it on that island back there. All of that is behind us. In my opinion, though, Hillary, whatever you're having a hard time importing and exporting, in my opinion, it's the same kind of stuff that the same person that you just testified was in the business of, or something close to it. All this water, all these conversations about what you guys did over there on that island, and maybe how some of what was done on that island has poured here, which is why you got a 2 here, and then you see that. So maybe some of what y'all did there, actually, you still do. Possibly. And maybe that's why your dreams need a practical plan in reverse, because it's a little tight right now. The block is hot, okay? The block is hot. So y'all can't move. Y'all in the waters right now like y'all used to, perhaps. But be bold and make the first move. That's upright. So let's see. The spirits acknowledge that you're a bad, bad, bold bitch. I think everybody can agree to that. Your peers and I can smell the bad bitch from you a mile away. Look at you. The first lady who never was. The first lady who may not give a who her husband is effing because she likes a big booty or two herself, in my opinion. Or 3. Or 3. Not the flat cakes. She wanted flat cakes. She'd smack her own butt. No. She like y'all big BBL bitches. She like to see them cheeks. Would y'all bust it open for Big Hill? I know y'all hoes ain't got too much shame in you. Would you bust it open on the hill for Big Hill? I'm just curious. Hill and Bill. I feel like they be fighting over the good ones. They'll be like, yes, that one right there is going into my Oval Office. And she'd be like, oh, Bill, shut up. That one is mine. Wouldn't you rather be with the First Lady, darling? He can't even get it up anymore, but the strap never fails. That was gross, wasn't it? It was gross. Yep. That was nasty, Dina. That was disgusting. Only alcohol can wash and clean that dirty, filthy mouth. That was nasty, Dina. That was like the lowest you've ever gone. That was pretty disgusting. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys, for that one. But yes, be bold and make the first move. I look like I'm from beyond the gates. Sure. The pearly ones? The ones of Hades? Both? Okay. Big Hill, not the little one. You may not have gotten a chance to sit as the President of the United States, but by golly, you sure move like one. You sure step like one. You didn't need to sit in the Oval Office because it seems like you step. Okay. All right. Put your hands on the wheel, Hillary, and say you in charge. I'm in charge, D. She's in charge. She was even in charge of Big Bill, in my opinion. Child, and I ain't mad at it. The Star Spangled Goddamn Banner. She was a president. For all of you who wanted Hillary, you got her. You had her. Don't fear. When you thought it was Bill, it was Hillary the whole time, which is why he didn't get impeached. Because Hillary said, fuck, you always fucking up shit. You men, I'll fix it. Shut up. Just shut up. Fix your pants and sit down in the back somewhere. I'll fix it. And fix it she did. Be bold and make the first move. It says you're a bad bitch. And you absolutely ran and kind of still do. Run this gosh damn nation. Could that be why it looks like it? I see the Monica Lewinsky situation here, but in my opinion, somebody pitied her. Somebody felt really bad for how she got treated. And in my opinion, it was Hillary. And in my opinion, Monica wasn't just being tapped by Bill. I think she felt bad for the side chick, the public side chick, because she liked her. Feel bad for you, because I like her. Feel bad that you got caught with his all over your dress. We like that one. My husband was a jerk, but me, not so much. Felt bad for the girl. But she had to get thrown under the bus. That was probably Big Hillary's plan, an idea to get him out of it. Throw the woman under the bus. Make her the whore. That was a woman's plan. All right, and believe in the impossible in reverse, Hillary. This is the loudest candle I ever owned. This ain't even one of my woo candles. Just listen. It's so loud and rude, but it smells amazing. What brand is this? 96, number 10. The fragrance, it's a collection of fine fragrances. I don't remember what this scent is, but I got it from TJ Maxx. I get all my candles from TJ Maxx. All right. Believe in the impossible in reverse for Hillary's spirit, and then I'll move on to just reading why I have to read her today. Inner Courts members, we will be meeting immediately after this. Believe in the impossible in reverse. Big Hillary, not the little one. What does Obama have to do with this, though? Or is Bill Clinton a Leo? Bill Clinton. Zodiac. Oh, it doesn't matter because the presidency falls under the sign of Leo. But yes, he's a Leo. Believe in the impossible. With Hillary's help, they have been able to escape and get out of every scandal they've ever been attached to. And they've been attached to plenty. Way before Monica, there were plenty. So she is the power behind the raging man who can only... It seems like Bill, he just here for the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He's here for the vibes. Bill likes to cut up and have a good time. He seems to lack discipline when it comes to his passions and desires, his vices, so to speak. So Hillary has been the wrangler, in my opinion. In my opinion, to her political peers, she will be a saint. In their cabal, she's a goddess, in my opinion. For how she's able to maintain their legacy and keep Bill under control, because in my opinion, that is a tough one to control. So it takes a Hillary Rodham. Because I feel like without her, Bill would have been disgraced and impeached and jailed and imprisoned and probably some other stuff a long time ago. He can't help himself. They have a lot of secrets, though. And those secrets currently remain intact. And it involves children, in my opinion. Don't take me seriously. I'm a crazy lady reading picture cards. But this is a child picture card. Remember just yesterday, we pulled this for Dwight, Howard, and Krishan and Blueface. And both of them are having child issues. This is my child card. They've got secrets. What's behind this moon? No, they are a cabal. You can call them they've been called many names. I don't like to call them anything other than the vagabonds, the beast system, the vagabonds and wanderers. I like to call them by what the Creator called them when they were condemned. The moon. And then I'll just get this show on the road for real because this is still warming up. Seems like Hillary has an empire. See these pentacles? And then remember this when we were talking about her difficulties with her business, in my opinion. Big business. Seems like this is the most lucrative of their business. And they have many. They have many ways of making money. But their empire seems to rest heavily on importing and exporting. In my opinion, they have deals with certain authorities, possibly port authorities and immigration and things like that. Whatever authorities would be involved with turning a blind eye to, in my opinion, importing and exporting that's not supposed to take place. In my opinion, one of Hillary's partners have the, or ex-partners have the initials J.E. In my opinion, one of her current partners have the initials J.E. But this partner is supposed to be no longer an emperor that's supposed to be in reverse, but he's here. Hiding underneath the shadows of the night, where only certain people know where to call, where to look, to howl and get the attention of this person in hiding, perhaps. Over there, where they're attempting to build what they want us to believe is a third temple, but the third temple is already active. Perhaps. Possibly. Maybe. Could be. Could be bullshit. All right, Hillary. I know thy works. Shall we begin? That was your message from the divine. They see you. And the reason why it's difficult now, more difficult than it's been in the past, is because they said so. And yes, you thrive. You continue on, but for how long? Once the pressure starts, it don't stop till the pipes is bust. I'm just saying. Like sand in the hourglass, so are the days of your life. And they all run out. If not in man's court, in somebody else's court. And that's where I come in. Because if they can't see you get justice or something, I can. I can see how it happens. Only I can hear because of that damn candle. Can barely hear my thoughts. Y'all, I got a woo candle in here, and y'all don't even hear that one. And it's got sulfur and shit in it, but y'all don't hear that one. But you hear that. I just bought that from the store and lit it. All right. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Hillary Rodham Clinton. They say tell the people about her people. Rodham is not her middle name, it's her maiden name. They said tell the people about her people. I'll have to do that later. Maybe that'll be a series, a part of the Bloodline series that I was going to be doing in my members live, in my members channel. But I have to give the public live a series so they understand why I keep certain things for the members. Because you don't cast your pearls upon swine. And I'm not calling you guys swine, but pearls are buried in the shell of a clam for a reason. You have to pry it open and dig it out because they're precious. Okay? Okay. Hillary Rodham Clinton. But spirits, if you want me to do the Rodham and what their names were before Rodham, the Rhodes. Put the Rodham in there so people don't easily connect one's familial affiliations, because then things just might start making sense or intriguing people until it makes sense. Oh dear. Spirits, I wanted to do something simple and entertaining and bullshitty today, but no. Off the cliffs we go, whether I like it or not. Spirit, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Hillary Rodham Clinton. Hillary Rhodes. Because that family name has more clout than the sullied Clinton name, thanks to Bill. But Hillary's bloodline has the clout. And her legacy, despite those of her husband's mistakes, her legacy remains intact, more so than her husband's. His legacy is what it is because of her. Well, Hillary, pop your ish. I'm clearly in your energy because you definitely want a bitch to know who gonna show a bitch how to go down a slide. And show me. Show me the way, boss lady. Hillary, what's going on in your life currently? Speak to me from your spirit and your soul's perspective. I compel you to speak your spirit and your soul's truth and keep absolutely nothing hidden from me, including that which you might want to keep hidden from your own self. What's going on in your life right now? Why did your name pop up in my mind when I asked my spirits, who should we speak on today? Because I evaded all ideas that came up related to politics or politicians. I said, nope, nope, nope. I don't want to wear the people down with this type of thing. I feel like they need a break. But Spirit said, fuck them people. We strategically removed the brakes off of your vehicle so that you could not even if you wanted to. Hillary, what's going on in your life currently? I'll say for the next, nope, don't give it no time limit. What's going on in your life currently and where is it going to take you? Okay. Hey, Mari. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Big Bag. Hey, Aaron. Hey, the Seer. Catherine, hello. All right. Queen of Swords, the United States government is on her ass. That's why your dreams and your practical plan came up in reverse. Because Spirit's saying, oh dear, what are you going to do now? How are you going to get them goods from point A to point B right now when the United States government are on your rise. Walk light, Hillary. They're on to you. They know your works. That's why you got to walk light. It ain't because the general public just saw you testify. No. The man who is in charge of the United States government knows exactly who you are and what you do, in my opinion, because y'all was buddies at some point. So that's why you got to walk light, because he knows where to look if he wants to catch you slipping. Here we are again. The challenge is that you guys used to have a friend in high places. But once that friend got to a high place and you looked up to say, hey, buddy, we still friends? Because you know he ain't looking up. He just looking for the bitches. Where's the bitches? I'm just looking for the bitches. I'm just looking at my bitch for direction. She knows what to do. And of course she does. And that friend said, I'm in your challenging position now. Mm-hmm. 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 Absolutely. Ready or not, OP. You can email me at beyondtheveiladina@gmail.com. At gmail.com. And my service list and my prices for my services as well as consultations are posted on my page here on my channel. Knock yourself out. All right. Past position. Not friends anymore. Not buddies anymore. Look at that those friends that aren't friends anymore. Because now that threesome, one of them have elevated to a higher position. And now he's on your rise, Hillary. But you know that. Buck is already blocked. April did not play around, as she never does. Near future, so you will be tiptoeing. Tiptoe by the window, by the window, tiptoe by the window. Oh, tiptoe by the window. That song scares the shit out of me, actually, but it was so appropriate. But when me and my sisters want to be creepy, one of us will just creep up behind each other and tiptoe by the window, because this is how he looks when he performs it. Tiptoe by the window. His eye, listen, and do y'all know he passed out and died while performing that song live on one of those performances? That song, dropped dead to the bed. It was on a horror movie that I can't remember, and that's where we learned to be like, we don't like that. We don't like that song. And then my mama was like, well, you know, that song was actually popular back in the day. It came on all the time. And you know, he dropped dead to the bed. I said, so you liked it? She said, I didn't say I liked it, but it was a popular song. And I said, the witchcraft of it all. Y'all gotta Google it and watch him performing it with his eyes rolling all it. It's a creepy ass song, but that's what Hillary got to do. Tiptoe by the window, through the garden, through the valley, tiptoe. Look, literally, if she want to pull off what she trying to do without the U.S. government with their main sword coming after her, she got to walk light. She got to tiptoe. Because when them people come, she ain't going to say no names yet. Play with them number one sons. Don't play no games yet. Come outside and see nothing but camouflage and bricks. I rough Roger. Yeah, cashing for money. Juvie ain't getting money. Ha ha ha, that shit is funny. Do y'all hate? Bust y'all guns? Hell yeah, we bust our guns. Do y'all, they ain't right, we make them. I'm sorry. What y'all know about drag on? Me and my trying to make shots, see we gonna hit cops. But you can't wait till my six drop. She should like, I'm gonna give you liver pop. You don't want my head to drop because that means I'm empty. And y'all fill of that check with a buddity. These shoes gonna hit you, get you, rip through your tissue, shoot another brownies because I miss you. Listen, let me tell y'all why I know those little bit of words that I think I just know. Because back then when music came out, we either read the CD sheet for the lyrics or we got our pen and our pad, because yes, I'm an 80s baby. We got our pen and our pad and we put that pitch in the CD player or in the tape player and we pulled our ears near and dear and we listened intently and we wrote as we understood and then we stopped and then we rewound and then we continued. And that's how we learned the lyrics. If the lyrics wasn't written down in the lyric sheet, you're welcome for that Black history. You're welcome. Okay, Nick, I see you a hate at bust your guns. All right, so tiptoe, you go. Uh, Hillary, they call you Hillary Clinton. This means you will still do what you've been doing, but you just gotta walk light. So since I know the feds be lurking on this channel and y'all so worried about what we going on with y'all nosy ass and y'all know everything, I'm telling y'all right now, she's still doing it. And in my opinion, y'all need to take a closer inspection into y'all own institutions and entities because some of those that are supposed to be under y'all's command is under B613's command. And you know who command is down at the B613? Hillary. Shh, 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 shh. Y'all got to be quiet on that one. Because I don't want all 70 of us in the live. So y'all shh, shh. And here's Trump crowning her. That's the big Gemini, the magician Gemini. He pulled a stunt on her, Leo. You said, you know, she was mad when she lost to him. He pulled a trick or two. The problem is that there were people who wanted Trump, very rich and powerful people. Elon, but other, you know, those rich IT guys who think they run the world now, the new gods. You know, like in American Gods, the new gods were the tech people. That's why they took the show off because but the new gods, they wanted Trump in because Trump is a businessman. So they knew if they approached Trump with business, he'd be more inclined to do business than do politics. So Trump is a new god president. Every president belongs to somebody rich. He belongs to the rich, nerdy tech guys who just want to go eat alien food somewhere. They ain't got shit else to do. Ain't gonna fuck around and find out though. Yep. All right, so Trump, like I said, is on your rise. But in this case, he's on your head top, Hillary, which explains why you have to, through the United States, which is why you gotta walk light. Used to be a buddy, but not no more. Them days over. He had to do it. So below, Gemini again, Trump, he's the president of this here United States. And by golly, it's my job to do this job. So I have to come after you all. Now, why he's coming after them, in my opinion, he drained the swamp. Anybody that's affiliated with things that he used to do when he was buddies with them, that became a threat to him when he became president, and then they used the United States government to go after him, Well, he's just using it again. And I don't know why y'all so patriotic, because this is their institution. Y'all more loyal to this corporation than the people who created it. They do business with this US of A. So y'all better get on the good foot and do some yourself. You love America? Good. You should. You're a citizen here. Okay? You love Trump? Excellent. There's no reason that you probably shouldn't if he hasn't done anything to you personally. So this isn't a Trump bashing channel. I don't bash anyone. I'm just the oracle. And we don't shoot the messenger around here, because the messenger busts back. Okay, you guys are funny. What's on the line? Jail, which is why she'll be walking light. Because Trump has said, if I catch you down there to the docks, if I catch any of them crates that say Evergreen, that was her. Allegedly, that was Hillary's White House name. Like all the presidents and stuff have code names. They say Obama's was Renegade. Hillary's was Evergreen, in my opinion. So he said, if I see any crates down there to the port, they got any sounds coming out of them, and they say evergreen or even wintergreen, forest green, emerald green, any of the greens, I'm on your head top. That's what Trump said, Hillary, not me. That's in my opinion what he told you, in my imagination, if I was there. And here we go again. Remember, I pulled these when I was doing the oracle message to her from the bottom, and I said there are entities that have to do with the process of importing, exporting into and out of the United States, specifically by water. In my opinion, they have secret relationships with her, even though they're under a Trump administration. Why? Because she's Hillary Clinton, and all of them love her. She's an OG. And she's been in the field longer than you, so she has history with these institutions. Hopes and fears is that she can continue doing whatever she wants to do without getting caught. Outcome. The Knight of Wands. Who's that? Is this Bill? Is this Bill effing it up for you? Or is Bill your only issue? Could it be that you got your game down so packed that you ain't worried about the Trump administration? You worried about Bill. That's what this feels like. The only thing that can really F you up is Bill, because he's a little bit reckless. He's gotten better, but in my opinion, he can't control his whims and his vices. Also, the only thing that can bother you is someone going after Bill. And Bill will always take the fall if there's a Hillary-related situation, because she has to be protected. Her family holds the weight and the clout, in my opinion. Knight of Wands in your outcome. Ace of Swords in reverse. Exactly, Tiara. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Cups in reverse. In my opinion, you guys are still doing whatever you guys blamed Epstein for doing. That, in my opinion, is still going on. This Queen of Pentacles is Hillary. in reverse. The Ace of Swords in reverse could have been a failed attempt to get them cased up. Perjury. It's something, oh, their relationship. They perjured themselves. At least Hillary did. They perjured themselves. The both of them, in my opinion, but Hillary definitely did. And I didn't see the speech, but in my opinion, this says that they perjured themselves. And something that Hillary said, probably when she said she didn't know him or something like that, can be proven otherwise. But for some reason, Bill would be the one. If they go after Bill, they can take Hillary down. If they go after Hillary, they'll just be going after Hillary forever. They're having challenges right now, especially because of the war. The military is focused on Iran, and that's why it's a little difficult now, the war. Seems like all of the resources have gone into the war, including some of the ones, in my opinion, that she used. I don't know if our Navy or anything is active right now, or the Marines or something, but in my opinion, she does her business by water, and it's a little difficult now with all of the resources of the United States government going into the war or the fight, I suppose. But her near future is that she'll still be trying to do her thing, but very slick and sly. She still has a connect in the water that she can use, a helping hand in the water that she could still use currently. Like a authority of some sort, port authority or something. Somebody who has authority over ports and access to in and out of the U.S. through the waters. They still operate together. They're still risking it all in this situation. I don't know why Kennedy came to mind, because he's over medicine or something. But nevertheless, this is somebody that's still loyal to her, that has some sort of authority over the U.S. and our seas. They're loyal to her. She's their president that never was, and she's their fearless leader for the condemned that still do whatever they're doing, in my opinion. All right, that's that with Hillary. Good luck to you. Let me just ask my spirits real quick. What is she in the business of importing and exporting? Allegedly, and according to my opinion. Spirit, what, in my opinion, is Hillary Clinton in the business of shipping or importing and exporting? This is flipped up. Whatever they said they was doing when she was associated with them people. But that just flipped up while I was shuffling, so I put it back. But whatever her and her associates, in my opinion, are accused of. I said I was going to let you guys pick a topic, but I'm not. I'm just going to go immediately after this into my Inner Courts live. I don't know why doing these lives make me hungry, but the more energy I use, I feel like it comes out of my belly. What is Hillary Clinton, in my opinion, allegedly in the business of importing and exporting? Better not get no food card or no Six of Cups card. I just don't want those. The Lovers in reverse. What they said she was in the business of. I don't have an opinion about Trump. What they said she was in the business of. Or her associates. I'll say that. Not her, but her associates. This is Trump. Both of these are Trump. And I asked, what is she in the business of importing and exporting? Seven of Swords. All of these give me President Trump. And I know he ain't being trafficked. The Magician in reverse. Shipping, but challenges doing so. Okay, now this is a woman in the boat and a child, and this is the person driving the boat. Here we go. This is a woman in the boat, and this is a child in the boat. Whole families, in my opinion. In my opinion, the focus is on women and children. Women under a certain age, though. You can't be elderly. You still have to be in the age to have some use for you. Women and children specifically. And in my opinion, a lot of them come from, they're upside down for a reason, flower child. The families that are taken in detention camps and immigration facilities and things like that. In my opinion, this has less to do with mass deportation, deporting people to their homeland, but almost like a roundup, a mass roundup. It's actually really disgusting. In my opinion, even ICE isn't on it. In my opinion, these women and children are being sold. You see that? Families, women, child, and somebody shipping them, and then a market exchange. I'm going to look at that Six of Pentacles because sold for what? For what? What is their use for whatever they're being sold for? In my opinion, before I leave, I will say that a lot of the things, in my opinion, that they say happen is what I see here. This gives me some form of torture. This is also a form of abuse, but these together say that the torture and abuse is for a bodily reaction, both a chemical body reaction in a energetic or spiritual reaction. And at the culmination of that, you see these are swords pierced into a heart. Now, without me saying too much, from my end, because I'm not saying too much, but I know what I see. My question is, Spirit, for me, why the sense of increased desperation or urgency for this? It's almost like they've ripped their mask off. They're not doing it in hiding anymore. And that reeks of desperation and urgency. Remember, you guys, I touched on that when I talked about the royals and Meghan and all of that, the urgency. What is the urgency for them to actually be so open about these things now? They're not so taboo to even consider as possible. But this tells me that they're literally just snatching people up and literally just, why though? It feels like they're anxious, nervous, afraid, and acting out of desperation. Almost like survival. Is that what it is? This tells me that in my opinion, they are finding themselves in a position where their usual regimens are not sufficient to sustain them anymore. It seems like the things that they do, even though they're doing them at scales astronomically above what they ever have, it's still not enough to save them. So it is some desperation. Behind it, it is survival for them. Imagine a vampire running out of its supply of blood, is what I'm saying here. And then crashing out to get it in by the thousands. Let's just start pulling up people that are typically undocumented. So if they go completely off the grid, no trace, no face, no trace, no case. Let's use them. And it still ain't enough. There is a natural, because I know you guys love your national law, but natural law says, I said what I said. And you may have skated for what you think is this long, but according to how long humanity and the earth itself has been alive, a day is but an hour. The divine is on your head top. It said what it said. And you can try to evade all you want. All you're doing is incurring more wickedness, judgment, and condemnation for yourself with every person, with every human being, in my opinion, that you need, I'll say, to save you. Imagine a vampire swimming in an underground pool of blood and still not being able to sustain itself. If living on this planet has not taught you anything, it should be that nature has a way of restoring balance. Have you not seen the seasons, despite their continuous predictable change? Even the change is consistently the same. A cycle of death, rebirth, regeneration, and harvest. The earth will restore. It will kill its own self just to bring it back to life. Nothing can escape nature, even if you think you have. It seems to be that is why Spirit wanted me to deliver this message so that they can hear. And with that being said, thank you all for joining me. This wasn't what I planned to do. I wanted to give you guys something, some bullshit to talk about, read about, some celebrity gossip or something. Because I feel like, people, I don't know, but my spirit said you can't do what they tell you to do. You got to do what we tell you to do, or else you won't do nothing. And I said, say less. So, inner courts members, I'll see you in the inner courts, and everybody else, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'll see y'all Friday. Love you. Bye.